Again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in. Complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. A try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. McCarthy now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season. And off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 14. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Barkley, inside handoff. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. . Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. McCarthy off the play fake.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
On play action, now McCarthy.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Kevin O'Connell has a play call ready. His guys going for it on 4th. Going for it. Here's McCarthy.
Out to his left. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On play action, McCarthy. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
From the end zone, Stafford.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Third and 5.
Play action. Stafford trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
2nd and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now McCarthy.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed.
Fielded just inside the 20.
And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing is Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Now McCarthy throwing on first down. That's down the field for Jefferson. They've got his man complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's McCarthy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
To the air again, McCarthy.
He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
He gets it to Addison.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 7.
A give to Barkley out of the gun.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have
touchdown Vikings.
T.J. Hawkinson from 10 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A run by Pacheco on second down.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd and 3.
Stafford now to throw.
He's got his man. That's Tillman.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 right at the 40.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Rams will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
McCarthy to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Pacheco once again.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
They'll roll him out right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy.
And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably is age.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Patrick Ricard.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Vikings get a bit closer.
Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it 6 points on the board. And it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Stafford. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
To the air with McCarthy.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson,
43 yards.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for two. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That's caught by Johnson.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. Stafford going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Rolling to his right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To the air again, Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Following the fumble recovery, McCarthy. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to